Rain, still raining. The relentless downpour has become a constant companion, a backdrop to the chaos and uncertainty that surrounds us. Each drop seems to echo the heavy burden we carry, the weight of a war that feels never-ending. Dreamed of green fields today, like back home, the kind of green that stretches out endlessly, a soothing balm to the soul. It's a stark contrast to the suffocating greenery of this jungle, where every step is a struggle, every breath a reminder of the foreign land we find ourselves in. Not the green of this jungle, a different green, a green that symbolizes peace, tranquility, and the simple joys of life. Here, the green is oppressive, a constant reminder of the danger lurking behind every tree, every shadow, peaceful. Excerpt from the diary of Private Thomas K., 1968. In the midst of the turmoil, he found a moment to pen down his thoughts, a fleeting escape from the harsh reality. His words, though few, capture a longing for a world far removed from the one he was thrust into. This single sentence, scrawled in faded ink, speaks volumes. It tells a story of hope, of a desire to return to a place of safety and comfort. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. It whispers of longing, of a young man transported from the familiar fields of home to the humid, unforgiving jungles of Vietnam. His gaze, fixed on the photographs, is a silent plea to hold on to the memories of a life that now seems like a distant dream. It is a single voice, yet it echoes the experiences of countless others who fought in a war that continues to haunt our collective memory. Each soldier's story is a thread in the vast tapestry of the Vietnam War, a conflict that left an indelible mark on history. The Vietnam War was a long and complex conflict. It was a war fought not just on the battlefields but also in the hearts and minds of those involved. The reasons for the war were as tangled as the jungle itself, with political, social, and personal stakes intertwined. It was a war that divided a nation, sparking intense debates and protests back home. The images of demonstrations of people taking to the streets reflect the deep divisions and the passionate convictions that the war ignited, a war that left lasting scars both physical and emotional on those who fought in it. This is their story, a story of bravery and sacrifice, of pain and healing. It is a story that must be told so that we may remember and honor those who endured the unimaginable. Imagine a jungle, hot, humid, dense, the air thick with the smell of earth and decay. Now imagine being a young man, thousands of miles from home, dropped into this alien world. This was the reality for American soldiers in Vietnam. They didn't know the terrain, didn't speak the language, and were fighting an enemy that could disappear into the jungle as if by magic. Fear was a constant companion. Fear of the enemy, fear of the jungle itself, fear of what this war was doing to them. In their letters and diaries, soldiers wrote of their experiences. They wrote of the fear, the boredom, the camaraderie, the loss. They wrote of seeing their friends wounded, killed. They wrote of things they could never tell anyone back home. I try to be strong, Mom, but some nights the silence screams. Excerpt from a letter by Corporal James L., 1967. These letters and diaries are more than just historical documents. They are windows into the souls of these young men, offering us a glimpse of the war's impact on the human spirit. Despite the fear and uncertainty, these soldiers showed incredible courage. They were young, many of them barely out of high school, thrust into a conflict far from home. The jungles of Vietnam were unforgiving, filled with unseen dangers and relentless challenges. Yet these soldiers pressed on, driven by a sense of duty and camaraderie. They faced not only the physical dangers of war but also the psychological toll it took on them. The constant threat of ambushes, the harsh weather conditions, and the separation from loved ones back home weighed heavily on their minds. But through it all, they remained steadfast, their spirits unbroken. They fought for each other, for their buddies beside them. In the heat of battle, it was the bond between soldiers that kept them going. They shared everything, from the last drop of water to the deepest fears and hopes. This brotherhood was their lifeline, a source of strength and resilience. They celebrated small victories together and mourned the losses of their comrades. The friendships forged in the crucible of war were unbreakable, lasting long after the echoes of gunfire had faded. These men became more than just soldiers. They became brothers, bound by their shared experiences and sacrifices. They faced danger with bravery and selflessness, performing acts of heroism that often went unnoticed. In the chaos of battle, many soldiers went above and beyond the call of duty, risking their lives to save others. These acts of valor were not always recognized with medals or accolades, but they were no less significant. Each act of bravery was a testament to their character and their unwavering commitment to their fellow soldiers. Whether it was dragging a wounded comrade to safety or holding the line against overwhelming odds, these moments of heroism defined their legacy. There's the story of Sergeant Roy Benavidez, who saved the lives of 8 men during a fierce battle despite being wounded over 30 times. His actions on that day were nothing short of extraordinary. Under heavy enemy fire, he repeatedly returned to the battlefield to rescue his comrades, displaying incredible courage and determination. His story is a powerful reminder of the lengths to which these soldiers would go to protect each other. Benavidez's heroism earned him the Medal of Honor, but his true reward was the lives he saved and the legacy he left behind. There's the story of helicopter pilot Hugh Thompson Jr., who landed his chopper between American soldiers and Vietnamese civilians to stop a massacre. Thompson's actions were driven by a deep sense of morality and justice. He risked his life and career to do what he knew was right, standing up against his own forces to protect innocent lives. His bravery in the face of such a moral dilemma is a testament to the human spirit's capacity for compassion and righteousness. Thompson's intervention saved countless lives and highlighted the importance of individual courage in the midst of war. These stories, and countless others like them, remind us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can endure. The Vietnam War was a period of immense hardship and suffering, but it also revealed the depths of human courage and resilience. The soldiers who fought in Vietnam left behind a legacy of bravery and sacrifice that continues to inspire us today. Their stories are a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, we can find the strength to persevere and the courage to stand up for what is right. Section 5. Scars on the Soul. The Vietnam War didn't end when the soldiers came home. Many carried invisible scars. The scars of post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, nightmares, flashbacks, survivor's guilt. These were the ghosts that haunted them, often in silence and solitude. Sometimes I close my eyes and I'm right back there, the smell of the jungle, the sound of gunfire, said John M., a Vietnam veteran. They struggled to find their place in a world that didn't understand what they had been through. Many suffered in silence, their pain hidden behind a mask of normalcy. Section 6. The Weight of Memory. The Vietnam War was a deeply divisive conflict, and its legacy continues to shape our world today. It was a war that forced us to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves, about our government, about the human cost of conflict. It was a war that taught us the importance of understanding different cultures, of diplomacy, of striving for peace. It was a war that reminded us that victory on the battlefield often comes at a devastating price. Section 7. Finding Humanity in Hell. Despite the horror and the loss, there were also moments of hope and humanity in Vietnam. Soldiers found ways to connect with the Vietnamese people, to offer kindness and compassion amidst the chaos. There are stories of soldiers sharing their food with villagers, of medics treating both enemy and ally alike. These stories remind us that even in the heart of darkness, humanity can prevail. They remind us that there is always hope, even in the face of unimaginable suffering. Section 8. Remembering their stories. The stories of the Vietnam War, as told through the diaries and letters of the soldiers who fought it, are a powerful reminder of the human cost of conflict. These personal accounts provide a window into the daily lives of those who were on the front lines, offering a glimpse into their thoughts, fears, and hopes. Each letter and diary entry is a testament to the resilience and determination of these individuals who faced unimaginable challenges with bravery and fortitude. They are stories of courage and sacrifice, of fear and loss, and of the bonds forged in the crucible of war. These narratives highlight the extraordinary acts of heroism and the deep sense of camaraderie that developed among the soldiers. In the midst of chaos and destruction, they found strength in each other, forming unbreakable bonds that would last a lifetime. These moments of solidarity and support are a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit. Despite the harsh conditions and the constant threat of danger, the soldiers found ways to lift each other up, to provide comfort and reassurance in the darkest of times. Their stories remind us of the power of human connection and the importance of standing together in the face of adversity. It is our duty to remember these stories, to honor the sacrifices made by those who served, and to ensure that their legacy is never forgotten. By visiting memorials, listening to veterans, and sharing their stories, we keep their memories alive and pay tribute to their bravery and dedication. To honor the sacrifices made by those who served, we must also recognize the impact of their service on their families and communities. The ripple effects of war extend far beyond the battlefield, touching the lives of loved ones and shaping the course of history. By acknowledging these sacrifices, we show our gratitude and respect for the immense contributions of these individuals. And to learn from the mistakes of the past, we must study the history of the Vietnam War and understand the complex factors that led to the conflict. By examining the political, social, and economic context, we can gain valuable insights into the causes and consequences of war. This knowledge is essential for preventing future conflicts and promoting a more peaceful and just world. For in remembering, we ensure that their stories continue to resonate, inspiring future generations to strive for a better world. Through education and reflection, we can foster a deeper understanding of the past and a greater commitment to peace and justice. By keeping these stories alive, we honor the legacy of those who served and ensure that their sacrifices were not in vain, reminding us of the importance of peace, understanding, and compassion in a world that so desperately needs it. In a time when division and conflict seem ever present, these stories serve as a powerful reminder of our shared humanity and the enduring value of empathy and solidarity. By remembering and honoring